Hello everybody and welcome to the Goblin Slayer episode 1 review discussion thingy. So, I didn't know what this show was about at all.
Nobody knows what the show's about. Well, I mean, you just read the title and you get a bloody good clue.
No,
Also,
but,
hello audience, I'm back.
Yeah, he's Lewis, I'm Connor. There's the intro. No, we don't have to do it for 12 weeks. I wasn't expecting this.
It's pretty much what I expected, because I was told by some people this series, it's got some similarities to, oh my god, I've forgotten the show. Has Guts as the main character.
Berserk.
Berserk, there you go. And that's quite dark and contains some rape and lots of blood and violence.
I was expecting just a happy fantasy anime. Like,
you were so wrong.
I was when it got to the rape, I was like, oh, this is what it is, huh?
Yeah, I kind of knew that was coming.
I was like, Jesus. At first I was like, haha, they took her clothes off because they're lewd and wacky, and I was like, oh.
No, the goblins are just fucking her.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's not... at least we didn't see it.
No, you saw her like shaking, like yeah.
I mean, it's implied, but yeah, at least you didn't see it.
It was heavily implied.
Yeah, it's just.
The opening scene is pretty cool. It makes goblins. It does the classic thing of trying to make a character look like a bad guy. I say classic, not very many do that, but it's quite cool.
It is. It's because I liked the bit about it because like everything's black and white except the blood, which is in colours.
And his eyes.
Whereas eyes, I don't remember. It's been 3 days.
There's like a red glow drifting off his eyes.
Right. Oh, that's another thing. Lewis, why are we late? Why are we 3 days late?
We're not late at all. It's not my fault.
Well, it's technically it's not your fault.
Yes. It's definitely 100% not yours.
Well, it's
some.
I would say it's your internet provider's fault.
Yeah, mostly.
So you've had no internet. That's why it's late. There's your explanation.
Apologies.
It's fine. So yeah.
And yes, for anyone who's wondering, I am that guy who apparently only helps Connor with his White Fox studio productions.
Yeah, you only do White Fox. It's just.
It's not intentional. It's just I thought this show sounded cool, so I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Didn't realize it was made by the same studio that makes Steins. I promise I didn't know.
It's fine. If you do it next season, then it's
White Fox don't make things every. I'll be shocked if they have 3.
Yeah. It'd be funny if they did, though.
It would be.
So, interesting thing about this episode, nobody gets a name, like an actual name.
Interesting thing about this series, nobody gets a name.
Are you serious? I'm gonna have to make up names for everyone.
No, they have names. They're called their profession.
That's what
So the main girl is Priestess, Goblin Slayer is Goblin Slayer. That is their names.
I don't know if I like that.
You just have to accept that. That's how it is.
I'll accept
I'm afraid.
it, but I won't be...
Yeah, people watching, that is how the series is going to...
So have you read the manga or something?
Profession. No, I have very small spoilers for not really spoilers, but premise of the show. I know the premise,
okay,
which isn't fully explained in episode 1, I guess. So I do know a bit more.
Okay. See, I went in completely blind. I went in because you were like, "Hey, let's watch this."
Yeah, I decided to watch it because I heard the premise and I was like, "Wow, I'm watching."
Yeah. So we get the girl registering as a adventurer, the priestess.
Priestess registers. Yeah, light priestess or just I can't remember.
She's just a priestess.
Yeah.
She joins a party. We're probably going to blitz through a lot of this episode because there's a lot to talk about, but it's not really as stuff. You know what I mean?
One thing that made me laugh so much is the scene in the adventure, the background opening shot where they panned across and showed all these adventurers in the tavern place, and I was like, wow. You could take that shot and put it in Konosuba or every other isekai ever, and you wouldn't tell the difference.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. Also, like, all towns in fantasy anime look exactly the same.
Yes.
Like it's just... I mean, it's fine, but get a bit more creative, please.
Yeah, at least it is... at least it's a fantasy, not an isekai.
Yeah, not yet.
So that means they have to do world building properly.
Not until they reveal that Goblin Slayer is actually from another world.
I'm fairly sure he's not.
Obviously, I was just making a joke.
That would piss me off so I mean, it's fine as long as they do the world building before, because kind of following the world through the priestess eye. So it doesn't matter if the goblins.
Yeah, I guess.
At least actually, that was episode 1. Who knows? Main character of episode 2 is.
What, they like switch perspectives then?
I have no idea. But I'm just like,
Okay, you
because
said
the show's called Goblin Slayer, but been following the priestess this episode, so maybe it's just going to follow the priestess.
she's also kind of like the focus of the like artwork as well.
Oh, I haven't really looked at the artwork.
Oh,
I'll take it with her.
she's in the front, so. But yeah, then
Maybe she.
then moving on with the episode, she joins a party full of definitely
Oops.
not canon fodder.
Yeah, no, genuinely, it was the worst thing, because they had the lady across the desk and the priestess, and both priestess and lady behind the desk, reception. I could tell from the way they were drawn that there's a lot of effort been put into them, and then they pan to these 3 people, and I was like, wow, that first guy's face is really flat. He's dead. You know how dead they are based off how much effort they went into.
See, that wasn't even me. Like, the guy opened his mouth and he was the cocky prick. I was like, well, you're not surviving. That's just how it works.
No, I knew all 3 of them were dead, because their designs were interesting enough and made them unique and different from each other.
Yeah.
But they were still bland compared to Priestess. Like, Priestess looks so much.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. So, then they go to the cave. They get wrecked by the goblins. You know.
So we had angsty fire mage bitch, who with completely original spells such as firebolt. We have
That's not from anything else, right?
loudmouth child main like that kid could be the protagonist of every other isekai ever.
Well,
Like, he basically is the main character of Konosuba.
I think that's the point, right? I get the feeling that was the point.
Yeah, maybe it was this way. The show's way of saying, "Oh, look how close we are to these other isekais. Look how similar we are." Bang!
Yeah.
Ruin your expectations.
You're not allowed,
kill them all.
You're not allowed to have fun, okay? But
Yeah, the show is about murdering fun.
Swordsman gets killed, and then Priestess tries to get away with the mage, who is poisoned, right? And then like the like martial artists fighter. We're skimming over a lot, but it's fine. The martial arts fighter. I want to talk about this bit. He's like, I'll defend them, and then gets looted.
She punches like 2 of them, then gets beaten up, clothes torn off, groped a bit.
Oh, it's just so creepy.
They don't start fucking right then, do they? Or do they fuck
I think
later?
they actually like looks back. They're doing it. I'm pretty sure.
So
Oh,
that
man.
happened.
It's,
They just rape a girl in the first 10 minutes of an anime. They rape a girl.
I was shocked. I was like, "What am I watching? What? This isn't what I want to watch. I want to have fun."
Yeah, my roommate was sitting across from me, just threw across some like eyes of, "What have you made me watch?"
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh god." But yeah, then Priestess and Mage get out, but they don't get out. They get away, but then they're right behind them. I'm like, "Why have you stopped moving?"
She was, I think, struggling to drag the girl any further. I don't know.
Yeah, and then she pisses herself, which was like, "Oh."
That was funny.
That's what. But no, it wasn't. It was.
I was a sadistic little prick, alright?
It was horrifying. It was horrifying.
It was, yeah. She was terrified and she pissed herself, and then the goblins laughed at her.
Yeah, that was a little bit funny. That gave me a little chuckle when they started laughing. I was like, But at the same time, I was like, this is gonna be a ride. This show. This is gonna be a ride.
Dude. But then it's all good because Jesus-kun turns up.
Yeah.
Goblin Slayer.
The goblin.
Walks in, menacing.
He just slaughters the goblins.
He does.
He puts the major out of misery. Like, he didn't slit her throat.
Oh.
He like stabbed her in the throat. Like,
Yeah, no, he really went for it.
just slit, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you slice, they bleed into their lungs and drown. You want to, I guess, stabbing the throat doesn't help either. You want to puncture the skull or puncture the chest. Get him in.
Yeah, he definitely stabbed her in the throat. Though.
Yeah, he didn't help. Well, he did help, but it could have been done better.
Yeah. But then, in order to get the upper hand on the goblins, they do the Walking Dead trick where they like cut them up and wipe themselves in their guts.
Yeah. mask their scent.
Yeah, when they did that, I was like, it's the Walking Dead thing, and that was basically my reaction. And it turns out, go
It's
on.
really cool how the Goblin Slayer inventively kills. He kills every single goblin in a different way.
He does. He like throws one into one, like rolls it down the. It was good, but I'm like, how much effort did that take to set up? Like,
And the first one he just burns with a torch. It's a perfectly good sword. It's like, no, I shall put my torch in its face. That would be...
yeah. But then they get back to where the fighter was, and they're like, they've dragged the Deeper to,
focus some more.
shove it right in. It's yeah. But then they get to, they eventually, after slaughtering some goblins, they get to like the main, what would you call it?
We forgot the big goblin thing, but whatever.
Just a bigger goblin. Like
there was one bigger goblin. Really.
What was the leader goblin called? I can't remember.
I called it Hobgoblin.
No, he wasn't the leader. He was like a mage goblin.
Oh, the shaman.
Shaman, that's the one. Yeah, he was like the leader. They get to him. Goblin Slayer again. Just he's been doing this a while.
Yeah.
It was so he kills them all. Then they open the like back gate. Like it's like a back door on the cave. I don't know how that works, but it was.
Well, yeah, they had there was small little parts of the cave that they blocked off the door to protect the children.
There's like baby goblins in there, and I was like, "Oh, kill them!" Like,
yeah, Goblin Slayer was also like that.
Yeah, she was like, "No, don't kill the babies," and I'm like, "No, slaughter them all."
Yeah, they were asking the moral question of, do the babies deserve to die for what the adults do?
And I was like,
he's
yes.
like, well, they're going to grow up and and they'll be even more vengeful.
Yeah, exactly.
That's their point.
So yeah, they escape with a bunch of girls, get them all out, and they're like traumatized. Like,
oh yeah, they've been kidnapped, had their friends murdered, then they've been repeatedly raped for the last few. Like however long they've been kept there for.
Yeah, I didn't say it was like wrongfully traumatized.
Yeah, but definitely allowed to be traumatized.
Yeah, but it's just like, and then we get a little thing where she's like, "Yeah, it happens all the time. People getting wrecked by goblins."
Yeah, that was weird.
I'm like, oh, so why did they tell you that before you all went?
Yeah, receptionist really should have stopped them.
Like, you think it would be common knowledge, right? If it happens a lot.
Apparently it is, but yet only common knowledge to
everyone except those four.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then at the end, she like teams up with the Goblin Slayer. She's like, "Hey, I'll come with you."
There's a few things I think we should mention. Like back in the cave when Goblin Slayer was going ham on everything, he did actually have some help from us. She wasn't completely.
Oh yeah, she did a little bit.
She used her flash of light twice, and Goblin Slayer made use of it to help him win the fights.
Why can she only use spells 3 times though? That doesn't.
I'm guessing it's her MP. That's runs out of MP.
Yeah, I guess. Essentially, yeah. But I'm like, that doesn't seem very efficient.
Yeah, I'm not sure it is. But yeah, that's. I'm sure as she level ups, she'll be able to do more. Yeah, although this show isn't an MMO,
they won't do that. They won't do that.
An MMO. No, but it's gonna be like Dan Mackey.
Nah,
I think
it will just be. I think it'll be more realistic, more like skill based. Again, I know Jackal. Like,
I mean, I don't know either. Really,
I'm intrigued by this series, like as a whole. Like, hopefully, in coming episodes, we get some explanation as to why Goblin Slayer is the Goblin Slayer.
I'm sure we will.
That seems like something they got, and hopefully, we meet some more characters who aren't immediately slaughtered and/or raped.
I would not be shocked if the only people who survived the show are Goblin Slayer and Priestess.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Well, for reading the Crunchyroll comments, people are like, "Man, people think this is dark. Just wait." And I'm like, "Oh, it can't get worse. No."
I'm excited.
I was like, the beginning's meant to be the worst to hit you immediately. But apparently, oh god, what I just can't even realize what they would do. Like, I'm so shocked. This is so unlike anything else I watch. like, because I haven't watched Berserk or any of the other violent whatevers, you know.
Okay. It's the first dark anime you've seen then.
I'm gonna say sure. Like, just I'm not really a big fan of. I'm gonna sound like a right pussy. I'm not a big fan of violence.
That's fine. You don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I like my light and fluffiness. Like, also the soundtrack came straight out of Doom 2016.
Did it?
With
I haven't
it was
played
like heavy guitars. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. There was some nice rock thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot they had electric guitars inside this fantasy world.
Well, they definitely don't. But yes.
Alright, here's a question. Do you think Goblin Slayer will ever take off his helmet and we'll see what he looks like?
Yes,
You think
but
he will?
not for a while.
I don't think he will.
I've got a feeling we'll eventually get to.
Nah, I don't. This is only 12 episodes. I think they will in the manga, but I don't think the anime will
In
reach.
12 episodes, the guy's ever going to take his helmet off? What the fuck?
It's just his character design. He keeps it on. Maybe he's a goblin, right?
He's pretty tall.
He's a tall goblin. He's turned against his kind, and he don't want no one to find out because otherwise he'll be ostracized from society.
I mean, I don't know the plot, but at a guess, I'm going to say it's a bit more simple than that, and it's just a guy who's maybe friends, or maybe he was in Priestess' situation where his whole guild or party or family, whatever, got murdered by goblins, and he's like, fuck you guys, I'm going to spend the rest of my life dedicated to murdering.
I think my goblin idea was better, so...
It might be better, but I think it's less realistic, like hell.
Yeah, maybe, though. We'll find out. He knows a lot about goblins, so it makes sense if he was one. Also, he's been hunting them for ages, so that could also be an explanation.
I think the explanation is he's been hunting for years.
Alright, well, let's agree to disagree.
Okay.
So yeah, very unlike anything I've ever watched. I'm intrigued. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, and I'd definitely say I'm not having any fun.
Yeah, it's not having any fun.
Like,
I mean, yeah, no, it's not fun anime.
listen, I'm having fun with like most of the shows I'm watching, so I'm allowed to not have fun with this one, and not in a way like I don't like it. Like, you're not supposed to have fun watching this.
No, you're supposed to be like, wow, that's absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
But wow, Goblin Slayer's cool. They're the two feelings you're allowed to have.
Yeah, a lot of blood, a lot of piss. Oh god, I just trying to think what they could do that's worse. Like, because people have said that, it's worried me so much.
Yeah. Well, one thing,
Go on.
is the way the goblin life cycle works is interesting. Which, yeah.
I must have missed this because I didn't.
Well, there weren't female goblins.
Oh, so you're saying they bang the women?
Yeah, they're not just banging them for fun. That's procreation.
Dude, whoa.
So all the goblins are half human.
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think they're half human. I think they're.
Well, no, they are goblins, but like a goblin isn't necessarily. Yeah, baby goblins made dual goblin parents from goblin dudes. So that's lovely.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this has gone on long enough, and it's late, by the way. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, so that's always good. So we're gonna.
You had to specify in the morning after saying a.m. Solid work, Connor.
Well, it was a emphasis because I'm really tired and I want to go to bed. So we'll be back on I think Sunday. 'Cause I think it comes out Saturday, but I can't do Saturday. So Sunday.
You know, it's Saturday.
No, I can't. I got to work. So we'll do it Sunday. At some point, Sunday British time. I don't know what that'll be in American time or whatever else time. But yeah,
is your audience primarily American?
Yeah, my lovely people watching at home. Yeah, there's a little bit of the UK. There's a little bit of Japan as well, which is weird, but
no, that makes no sense. Why the hell would any Japanese?
Yeah, but it's fine. Hey, if you're from Japanese, I'm so tired. If you're from Japan, hello.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's welcome, but I'm just shocked.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's because we're English. Anyway,
I can't confirm we
I
are.
was trying to end the episode. I keep getting distracted. We'll see you Sunday for episode 2, assuming
See ya.
assuming nothing goes wrong. Bye bye.